Hey guys, so today I have my friend from last week here again with me, and this time we're going to be showing you how to achieve this hair with as short as, what, 3 or 4 inch long hair. So if you're interested in seeing how to achieve this look as well, stick around. And if you're looking for any of the products used in this video, they'll be linked down below. Real quickly, before we get started on this video, make sure you guys are subscribed and push that little bell notification to get notified every time I upload a new video. And on with the video. So we went ahead and, by we I mean this one, went ahead and parted the hair, wetted it all down. And so that's gonna be my first tip. So if you're doing extensions, the best way to get a part placement, especially if it's different from what you normally do, is to go ahead when you have your hair wet and while it dries, making sure that the part is placed exactly where you want it.
Prevents the poof in the hair.
Yeah, it lets the hair sit really close to the top of the head. We chose to go with the side part because it complements the face shape that you have, I think, better than a middle part, because we tried the middle part and just it wasn't sitting right. So the goal with the placement of the part is to ensure that both of the more boxy shaped parts of the hairline are covered. The hair is pretty dry, so I'm not gonna do anything crazy to it. We're not gonna blow dry. And this hair that we're using today is going to be my old set of extensions, actually. These are my 22-inch balayage set from Bellamy. This is the Guy Tang collection. This goes from the dark number 2 down to, I don't even know, 6 or an 8, I think. So to start off, I brush them out, and we're gonna start by parting said hair. So the hair is really short. We're talking maybe 3 inches on the top, and then some like smaller, if you turn sideways, like 1 inch sections around the sides. So using alligator clips, these are like the only clips I can use. I live by these things. I wish I had more. I might have to buy more. You can get these on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. So I'm gonna start on this side here, and we're gonna go just about as low as I can possibly get and still have like a good length to be able to clip the extensions to. The minimum length that I'm gonna say that you need to start clipping extensions in is going to be about an inch. Yeah, see how that like poof right here has maybe 1.5 inches worth of hair? You could probably get away with this with an inch section. So if I pull this up here, maybe that's what we'll start with. We're going to take one of the large clips. This is the biggest clip you can have in the set. It's a 4 clip. And I simply just start by clipping it in. So starting over here, we're gonna go as close to the hairline as you feel comfortable with. Usually you go about 2 fingers apart away from it. But since we are creating the illusion of a full head of hair in a very limited space, I want to go all the way to the hairline. So as we move around the back, it is vital that you make sure that you leave hair above this clip so that there's something to cover it at the end. So after all that's done, we're just going to drop everything and we're going to change sides. I'm going to bring this with me. This is the other 4 clip, and same thing applies to this side. We're going to do as close to the bottom of the hairline as we can get. So again, we're gonna take this a little bit further away from the hairline. I'm gonna do about 1 finger, so about 1/2 inch away. And then I'm actually gonna make sure that I go down as far as I possibly can with the back, since there's the least amount of hair back here. So after that's done, we're going to just toss everything back around. Those are the first 2 clips. So you can tell there's a little bit of texture here and here that just needs some more filling. The back, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get rid of all of the kind of, I call it a mushroom top that's happening here. This effect is kind of just gonna have to be a part of the look since the hair is so short back here. There's really no good way to blend it. So the next clips are going to be our 3 clips. So starting again on this side, I'm gonna have you hold this. we're just going to take the hair about 1/2 inch higher than the last clips. Taking the 3 clip. This one also is okay since this side has, again, more hair flipping over, to go as close as you feel comfortable with to the front of the hairline. And then kind of almost taper it down in the back, just to make sure, again, we have plenty of hair to cover this back portion. This already is starting to blend pretty well. This other side is unfortunately not as able to handle such a long piece since this back part can't really cover it. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to a 2 clip just for this next clip on this side. So taking this part as close to the hairline as we can go, which my recommendation, depending on your thickness of your hair, is to try to stay about 1/2 inch away from it. 1/2 inch is gonna be your magic number for this kind of stuff. So instead of it all being just straight back where the cowlick is, I want it to swoosh right under it. So taking the 2 clip, we're just going to snap this in. Then we drop the hair again. And this is about all we're gonna do on this side other than styling. We're going to now use the next 3 clip on this other side. And this time we're gonna go a little closer to this last clip, just making our way slowly up the head. So taking this 3 clip, again, just make sure you part the hair well enough where you're not clipping too many random strays, because if you accidentally tug on them later, it hurts and it tends to break the hair. And that's the last thing we want to do. These are human hair extensions, just to keep in mind. So coloring, curling, all of that jazz is fairly easy. The next clip is going to be our 2 clip, and this is gonna go pretty high up on the head, leaving about 1.5 to 2 inches. So we're gonna take this 1/2 inch away from the hairline, maybe even 1/4 inch, not even half. Pulling up some extra here, just again, covering that little end. Now for the last section. So similar to this side, we want to just make sure that we have like 1/2 inch away from the part. And now I have 4 1 clips. I might even just part a little more just to have a little variety in the positioning of these. We're just gonna clip this in 1/2 inch away from the face, and then take the next clip and then put that immediately behind that previous one. Now we're gonna take that part that we already have and just place these into the front. Again, this just fills in the face framing. Sometimes you have to lift up the hair just a smidge and then clip into the part lifted when the clip-ins get kind of close to one another. The only spot where we're really getting clip-in action is right here. And that's simply because the hair is pretty thin. So what I want to do is actually unclip this clip. So I'm just gonna pull it up, trying to only get the hair that's actually above where that clip is resting right now. Because if I go too far below, I start to get like a kink in the hair that causes the hair to almost sit like upward, causing disruption in the flow of the fall of the hair. So now that I've done that, I actually just fixed that visible spot. So we're all good here. This is honestly something that's a little difficult to do on yourself. And I would say this length of hair is kind of a advanced technique for clip-ins, but definitely with some practice and some time, anything is possible. And so this is before styling. So you can already tell it already looks pretty good. The hair sits very well with these extensions, and honestly the color isn't that far off. So next we're going to simply just add some curls around the top layer. So when curling, I like to curl post clip-in with this length. So taking about 1 inch, 1.5 inch sections and I think that this is a 1/2 inch barrel, I'm just going to wrap the hair, and I'm going to twist the hair while I wrap it. And then see those baby hairs out? I'm gonna make sure I capture those with the next wrap. It's okay if you double up on the hair. The heat is high enough that it will allow for the curl to go through the 2 layers that I've got going on there. So I release this, just drop it down, and I'm going to leave that just like that for now. So going to the next section, making sure again, I grab a good chunk of the top layer of hair and some of the rest of the length, twist, make sure I grab all of those little tails, which I did, and then let go. This wand is set at 420 degrees, which is pretty much the only heat temperature this one has. I'm pretty sure this company has newer ones that allow you to change the temperature. But honestly, this has been my favorite curling wand for years, and it's still working, so I haven't replaced it. I would say about 8 seconds is more than enough. You might not even need that much. So that was like 4 or 5 seconds actually. And that was, again, more than enough. It really depends on what size sections you're parting. Larger sections might need a few extra seconds. If you were to have longer hair here, make sure that you curl this hair in a way that covers those clips. You don't want those coming out. So I'm gonna leave this, again, really not much I can do. If I start to curl this short hair right here, I'm gonna end up with a bunch of flocking seagulls, if you will, just like a lot of spinning out parts in this section. So this side is going to be the opposite direction. So I always like the curls to go away from the face. So you notice I have all the curls on that side pulling out and this way. And on this side, we're gonna have them pulling out and back yet again. I'm gonna take a paddle brush and simply brush out all of the hair. So I'm gonna be gentle. I'm gonna use the palm of my hand to hold the clip-ins in while I brush these out. Just creates a lot of volume and breaks up the curls so that the hair actually looks a lot thicker as well. This is what the hair is looking like now. And voila, we have hair, we have a new top, we've got a full look. So how do you feel about this look? Do you like it?
I feel like it looks pretty good.
If you guys enjoyed this look and attempt to do it on your own, please feel free to tag me on social media. I'll leave all of my usernames right here. Instagram is my favorite platform, so maybe go and check that out. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. The big red button's just right there. And whilst there, maybe click on that little bell icon and get push notifications every time I upload a new video. I look forward to seeing you all here in videos to come. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. I will be making more videos exactly like this one. Until next time, please be safe. I love you all, and goodbye.